All right, here we go. SEC Football Dynasty, and we're gonna recap week two real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Looking at scores and everything, and seeing how some of the players did. Starting off with the Georgia Military College, taking on Georgia Tech, and as you can see the box scores, it was not pretty, not pretty at all. And that Marshall quarterback for Georgia Tech, he only threw for 92 yards, but he ran for 190 yards. Man, I was like, I couldn't believe that. And the defense, they made a lot of sacks and tackles for losses. So Bradley didn't have his best game. Uh, but and as you can see, gave up a lot of sacks. But Witt here with 12 tackles. And that was a good game for him. All right, looking at Kentucky Christian University against Louisville. I think that's going to be a pretty good rivalry up there in the state of Kentucky. And looking at the box scores, this was tight. It was tight. We went back and forth. It was a good game. Johns threw for 267 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he threw 3 interceptions. So that didn't do well. And looking at Riddick, got 7 receptions. I'm looking at that's Louisville's players right there. And getting back to our defense here, mine and Cameo was the leading tacklers. And now we're looking at Alabama Tech, the Generals. The team taking on Hawaii. Yeah, they went out there, didn't they? Okay, so we're looking at the box scores here. As you can see, this was a close game. No scoring in the second half. A lot of defense. They receiver right here, Smart, caught about 9 passes for 125 yards. Man, that's something right there. And their defensive players had a good game. Hey, OJ Thomas, 4 catches, 121 yards, touchdown. That was awesome right there. Florida came up with that interception towards the end of the game. The defense played pretty well. Mississippi Tech taking on Southern Miss. I think that's going to be a good rivalry right there. This was a good game. Tech started to pull away late, but when they scored like the last play of the game. So quarterback Abraham for Southern Miss, he threw for 262 yards. And their defense played pretty well for overall performance there. And their receivers did quite well. The quarterback really spread the ball around. And Tech got a couple of pancakes. We don't get a lot of pancakes in this conference right now. Masson, he rushed for 91 yards. And he got that big long one for a touchdown. So he had a good game. Yale, Nasty, and other back, they had pretty good games defensively. Northeast Alabama, the Kingfish, taking on Troy. I think that's going to be a good rivalry down the road. And box scores there. And it was pretty close. Troy started to pull away in the fourth quarter, but this game was pretty close most of the game. Their quarterback threw for 302 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And he rushed for a couple of touchdowns. Whew. And boy, the pancakes, they was killing the Kingfish. Okay. and their receivers did quite well also. Looking at Blunt, Blunt threw for 339 yards, a touchdown, but he threw 3 interceptions, so that really hurt the Kingfish. Uh, how do you say, Latimer, he caught 6 passes for 88 yards. Had a pretty good game. Smiley, Everson, Rodriguez all had solid performances on defense. And then you have Florida A&T taking on South Florida. And hey, this was a close game too. And it was tight. It was really tight. But there was a lot of defense. There wasn't a lot of offense. A lot of catches for receivers, but not a lot of yards. Defense on both sides really showed up. See McGee here with 9 tackles. Marsh, he scored a touchdown on the rush. So did Cross, quarterback. And that's pretty much it. Key West, the Mighty Manatees took on Florida Atlantic University. And man, did my Manatees get wiped off the planet, man. 30-49. I'm still hurting. I'm butthurt over that one. Anyway, yeah, that Robinson, man, this dude right here, man, he threw pretty well. He ran pretty well. Got a couple of touchdowns. I mean, he was just a show by himself, pretty much. And like you said, dude, pancakes, man. My Manatees, man, they was taking it, boy. They was taking it on the chin, man. And looking at our receivers, as you see, our quarterback, he spread the ball out a little bit, but couldn't get a lot of yards. The defense played a lot of minutes, stayed on the field a lot, and they did the best they could. Here we go with the players of the week. Stanley Peters, wide receiver, and then we have Floyd, the linebacker. And now we're going to check out real quick next week's schedule. And as you can see, we got a number of 1 o'clock games. And got a lot going on. Now we're looking at winners and losers. And we're looking at the money. Who's making the money so far after 2 weeks of going and getting a check from the other team, because nobody hosted a home game yet. So no gate money. Anyway, we'll see you week 3. Thanks for watching, and you have a good one.